everybody, welcome to my channel.
Next, I'm
I'm
just doing
Sunshinery.
my
Make
best,
sure to
even though
subscribe
I'm
and
so
like
stressed
the video.
out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sunshinery. This is my What's Up with Vanderpump. And we have a lot to go over. I want to start doing these more and more for us because I feel like so much gets put out there and some of us see something, some of us don't. So maybe I can kind of combine everything that we all see and discuss it. And there's always something going on, it seems like, with the cast and even ex-Vanderpump Rules castmates. So let's just get into this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. Go back and hit notifications to all. That way you can get notified every time I post a video or go live. So first up, we have, from that crazy, sexy singles party, the bartender. And it seems like she never got paid. But not just her. Let's take a listen.
Hey, I have some really exciting news. I recently made my national television debut as a bartender in the background of an episode of Vanderpump Rules. I got this text from my mom, which was really sweet because she's a huge fan of the show. I told her I was going to be on it a while ago, but when the episode aired, she told me I'm a star, which was very sweet. I'm credited as Tom's friend, which is really funny because Tom hired me to work at this party. I was there to bartend. I was doing a job. But what's really funny is I never got paid. I was never paid for my hours of labor at this party. Never paid. And before this, I had actually subbed as an assistant for him, and I never got paid for that either. And my friend also subbed as an assistant for Tom and also never got paid. So pretty funny when you think about it.
Well, I don't think it's very funny that she didn't get paid for her services and she was hired to be his friend, but yet really she was the bartender and had done some assistant work for him, and so did her friend, and neither of them got paid for that as well. That's not very funny. And Tom, maybe you should pay these people that you are having go on camera to pretend to be your friends that you're actually hiring. That is the smart thing to do, especially if you don't want things like this to come out where it makes you look even fucking worse than you already look. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Now, as we saw in this week's episode, when they were playing Never Have I Ever, Scheana hinted that she was once in an orgy with John Mayer, which we did get a little bit more scoop on that. Now, Scheana and John Mayer's connection goes back a really long time. And this wasn't the first time that Scheana has spoken about her alleged past indulgence with John Mayer. We do know that she has revealed that she had met John Mayer with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Aniston, where he dated her between 2008 and 2009 at a party at the Grand Havana Room, where Scheana did say that she was working the party. She ended up getting wasted with them, and every time they did a shot, they would give her a shot. She also claimed that her efforts allegedly got her invited to an after party, but she claimed she didn't go because she was just too intoxicated. She also said that she stuck out in John's mind, so his pal actually got her number for him. And that's when she claimed that they began seeing each other shortly after he and Jennifer Aniston parted ways. Now, she has claimed that she was living with the Hills alum Stacey Adams at the time, and that this went on for about 6 months. It just became like a threesome kind of thing, like a throuple, and she got jealous near the end, and that's how it allegedly ended. But after they stopped talking, they still continued to talk as friends, and there were a lot of things that happened afterwards. Clearly, because we do know that Brock said he was there, but he wasn't involved, which means that things still happen, apparently. Now, Mama Coca, who is an IG account, did get an exclusive interview with Scheana back in 2009. And I want to play this for you guys because it is good as gold, baby.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Marie, and I'm sitting here in the Hollywood Hills with Scheana Marie. Now, it sounds like we're sisters, but we're not. But we're going to talk like sisters right now because she is giving me the exclusive with John Mayer. Now, so many people right now are wondering what is the real story. And we've been hearing rumors like you're dating, you're his girlfriend, you guys just hang out. We want to hear it from you. So, first off, I just want to know, how did you guys meet?
I met him. I work at the Grand Convener Room in Beverly Hills, and he had his birthday party there last year. I happened to be the lucky girl that got to work it. So
It wasn't this past April. A lot of people were saying it was just this past month.
no, I mean, I met him previously, but when I met him, he was with Jennifer. I walked her to the bathroom. She didn't know where it was. It's kind of like hidden back. And she told me how pretty I was, and she was just like, oh my God, you have such beautiful eyes. It's not like she was so sweet. They seemed happy. They were cute and cuddly and drank the same kind of drink. And
What was the drink?
it was a Patron Platinum on the rocks with a lime. And I had to keep getting her extra limes because she liked a lot of limes just like me.
Did you see any sparks or did you feel any chemistry with John at that moment?
I mean, we all had some drinks together, and he's a really funny guy. Like, he just has an amazing personality, so I know sometimes that can be taken off as, like, flirtation. So, I don't know.
Okay, so this is a while back now, and recently, obviously, the reports are saying that you guys are hanging out. Tell me, like, from then on, what happened?
He came back into the club just recently, a couple months ago. They were broken up. We kind of talked, this and that, and we both were going through a breakup at the same time. And so I think when two people kind of have something in common like that, you know, we were both sad at a certain time.
So it was after they were broken up when you guys started talking?
Yeah, that I want to make clear. No one's cheating on anyone. This wasn't like at his birthday he flipped me his number or vice versa. This is just recently.
But we want to know the real deal. So what is the status between you and John?
He's not my boyfriend. We're hanging out. You know, whatever, however you want to take that, but not my boyfriend.
What kind of things do you guys do together?
Obviously we've never been out together. There's no pictures of us together. But, you know, just, we're just gonna kind of, you can leave it to the imagination, you know, hanging out. We have a good time. I mean, that's all.
It's all about keeping it on the DL, right?
Yeah,
so
totally, yeah.
We all know how John is with paparazzi.
Because John says the best thing to say is no comment, you know, but sometimes when there's so many people breathing down your neck, and that's why I kind of wanted to set this straight. I'm not his girlfriend, but it's just, I don't want people also saying things about me that are false.
Right.
So, and especially at a time like this when I have a new show on the Disney Channel with the Jonas Brothers coming out. I don't need people like Perez Hilton calling me a media whore. I mean, really, like...
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. Like, because you have a show coming out, everyone thinks that this is why you are out in the media.
Everyone thinks that, oh, Scheana sold the story. Of course not. I wouldn't jeopardize my job, a friendship, anything. Because, I mean, this hasn't just hurt me, hurt him. I mean, my family's being brought into this right now. My mom's getting reporters calling her, and it's like, I would never do that to my family. That's not me. I'm not that kind of person. There are quotes out there for me. It's like spring break. I mean, I don't talk like that. I don't say things like that. And obviously, someone being in the public eye all the time, he understands what it's like for people to make up rumors. Right. And I just kind of wanted to clear things up and say, you know, I didn't say this, and that. And sometimes the best thing is to say nothing. But...
Well, you're not saying nothing to us, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of maybe saying too much, but...
You know what, though? It's great because, you know, it's all about dispelling rumors here at Young Hollywood, and we want to tell the truth. So, you know, there's quotes out there that you haven't said, but the one quote that you did say was to People Magazine. So can you tell us what you have said?
I said, we're friends. He's a great guy. He's really funny and sweet, which is true. So
you've spoken to People Magazine, and that was it?
That was it. Any other quote out there for me other than this? I haven't said anything. I never said there's always food and beer around. It's like spring break. Like, really? I'm like, where do these people get these things from?
Okay, so if there's not always food and beer around, what's at his house?
I wouldn't know.
So you've never been to his house?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. So you're not telling us everything. Come on, Scheana.
You know, sometimes things are better left to the imagination. There's a quote that Star Magazine decided to say. I said he was amazing in bed. That quote was not mine.
Okay. So you're telling me that you have never slept with him?
I just feel that that's a personal question that I don't need to answer.
So who do you think leaked all this information and why?
Someone who's jealous, who wanted to get me fired, who wanted some John Mayer for themselves. I don't know. I wish I did, but I don't know.
What are a few qualities about John that you love?
I love his personality. And I just love that he's funny. Like, you know, it's like, he can be like a dork. Like, I mean, the stuff on like, what was it, like Saturday Night Live, and then he like dresses up in this like green Speedo, and then he's in these little like sailor shorts. Like, it's just like, to be so secure in yourself that you can just like make fun of things and like do those things, like, that's just sexy in itself. People would think that when you're John Mayer, you're anyone that's that big of a name, you think that you're very like self-absorbed and this, but he's not. You know, he's very considerate of other people, and I think that's a great quality to have when you're at that level, to not forget where you came from, who your true friends are, and who are new people that you meet in your life, just to stay true to yourself and not be self-absorbed.
How have you guys kept this a secret like the past couple months hanging out?
Just don't talk about it. It's kind of nice to just have downtime, just be a normal person and just, you know, just laugh and have a drink, and, you know, so I would never question things, never ask him to sing for me. No, he hasn't sang for me. Would I love him? Yeah. But
if he were to sing you a song tomorrow, what song would you want him to sing you?
Oh, My Body is a Wonderland.
Would you consider him romantic?
Would I? Maybe not with me, because that's not our relationship. We're more,
This is the question of the day. Is John Mayer a good kisser?
Ooh, John Mayer has, let's see.
You're flustered right now. I don't know about this. You're blushing.
Am I? It's just the blush, I think. He has really nice lips.
So what are some of the things that John does to make you feel special?
Ooh, you know, just even a little message saying like, hi, how are you doing? How's your day going? Like, just those little things. It's like, ooh, like I just, you know, it's just the little things that make a big difference. And just to say, I know what you're going through. I'm here. Or, you know, just like those little things.
Does he have any cute messages or any cute sayings that he does with you? Any like cute little like LOL, like XOs, anything like that going on with you too?
The smiley faces are popular.
What smiley face do you like to use?
Just a good old ... parenthesis.
No wink?
Sometimes a wink, depends
Bro,
on the time.
how much longer? Oh, we're almost done. Thank God.
Okay.
Next up, we have something from the Instagram account Court Class, which I love fashion, so I found this very interesting because she went over how much all the different outfits that we are seeing by the cast on Vanderpump, like all the different castmates, what they're wearing, how much it is, and what she found. So let's take a look.
How much did their outfits cost? This is Vanderpump Rules. Let's go. Tom's blazer, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a woman's blazer from Zara, $60. Ariana's white blazer is Good American, $199. Ariana's earrings and sunglasses. Earrings are $138, and the sunglasses were originally $367. Allie's tennis skirt, it is Aloe, $74. Lala's dress, $248. Lala's bag, this one's used, $2,130. Ariana's shoes, those are about $100. Scheana's dress, here's the thing with Scheana's clothes, she doesn't wear a lot of designer. In fact, she wears a lot of white fox and then it sells out and I can't find the price. I found the same dress for $16 Walmart. Okay, Lala's dress. It's originally $1,795. It's on sale for $538 right now. And then her bag is $920. Ariana's crop top is about $50. And then the bag she was carrying, $275. Scheana's sweatpants, those are $140. Ariana's interview dress, $195. Allie's orange smock dress, $26. Allie's interview dress, so cute, and it's only $78. Tom's striped long sleeve shirt, $264. James t-shirt, it's a Psycho Bunny tee, $50. Ariana's sweater while she's getting ready, $76. And today I'm wearing these gorgeous Dior Huggies. They're by Lavish Renewed, $119.
So another big topic that everyone has been talking about is how Ariana's brother, Jeremy, has spoken out about reconciling with Tom Sandoval and a couple other things. Let's get into that right now. So on March 19th, Jeremy was, of course, at the Valley premiere, which was held at Jax Taylor's bar, Jax Studio City, as we know, and Tom Sandoval was there as well for the premiere. Now, shortly after their interaction, Jeremy was interviewed by someone that does the podcast, Pump Rules podcast. So let's take a listen on that.
You've been brushing up on your socials, and I happen to have a reunion with Tom as well. So before we hear from Jeremy Madix, we're going to hear my reunion of sorts with Tom Sandoval. And this happened at Jax Studio City on Tuesday night for the Valley premiere. And of course, they're doing Valley watch parties and Vanderpump Rules watch parties every Tuesday night. Here we go with my reunion of sorts with Tom Sandoval, who I had not spoken to in about 4 years, maybe 3.5 years. Anyone who's heard the recent episodes since the beginning of the season or since the resumption of Pump Rules podcast will be very familiar with what happened between him and I.
Congratulations, dude.
Hey, man.
Oh, shit, Craig. What's up, man?
Hey, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, my God, good to see you.
Do you recognize this?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's yours.
Shit.
What do you want? What do you want? Let me get a
doing a bit, bro. Do your thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do a beer and a shot.
That looks like a fucking shock thing, like you killed.
No, it is. It is. This is a shock thing. Yeah, if things don't go well.
It'll electrocute you. You can record with it. If you step on it, it'll weigh you.
Yeah, exactly. It's got everything.
Tom, what song should I put in for you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, oh, look at it. So, unbelievably, guess who we found?
Motherfucking Craig McNeil. That's who we found. No, dude, it's so good to see you, Craig.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been ages.
I know. It has, man.
Yeah.
You're a dad now.
And you're moving on from the whole...
For what?
Didn't something happen to you, like, in the last couple of years?
I got a gym membership.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was, because you were just big into your home gym.
Yeah,
so now you're branching out into the, well, good for you, you know? You can't stay shut up in the house all the time.
That's right. That's right. I got the best roommate ever.
Yeah, it never bothers you, right?
No. I mean, it's like we don't even exist to each other.
That's the best kind of roommate. You're never in the kitchen at the same time?
No, never.
How'd you guys meet? I don't know. It's hard to get a good roommate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
We'll
like
get into that.
It's like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense.
Dave won't go on record.
No, fuck that shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, what's it like working with Jax?
I don't know who the guy is.
The guy you fucked last night.
That guy. Yeah.
That guy. You know, the guy you said you can never forget, you know.
It's Mindy Longstock.
Hey, look, it's Mindy.
Hi, honey bear.
Say hi.
Hey,
Say
how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Craig, I love to see that you're wearing a Tom original sparkly.
It's yours, actually.
Pride. Yes, it is mine. I left it over at your house.
Yeah, along with the suit. I have the suit still.
That was a rough week, man. I think I woke up with lockjaw and I had some other things.
Well, pride will do that to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you were walking a little funny.
I was.
You got through it, though?
Yeah, like horseback riding, pride.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Rio, same difference.
Same thing. People don't realize a lot of horseback injuries there.
Hi.
Good. Can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
You are
What kind of shot and beer do you want? Alcohol? What kind?
Reposado tequila. You want to take one with me?
And what else?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't really like that he was joking about, not knowing what just happened and he just got a gym membership. He acts like what he did is nothing. And that's what pisses me off, because he still just doesn't take any accountability for his actions. And I do know a couple of you were asking in the comments if Tom was drinking again. If this doesn't clear it up, he is drinking again. I know, like he said in the show and elsewhere, that he gave up drinking, yes, for Rachel, and he kind of wanted to do it because he knew she was doing it, and he wanted to do it with her and to get closer to her, and yada, yada, yada. Hey, if the guy wants to drink, he can drink. I do think that alcohol is maybe not the best choice, but if he thinks he got his shit together and he's A-okay, that's his decision. That's not mine. But I hope that does answer some questions for you guys. Now let's get on to the Jeremy Madix of it all.
I'm interrupting, but it's important because it's Jeremy Madix. Welcome back to the podcast.
Craig, thanks for having me, dude. It's been a long time. How is everybody?
Everyone's pretty good, I think. Everyone at home, I think they're pretty good. I feel it. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
I hope they're thriving.
I hope they're, healing their wounds. Now, did I see you enjoying a laugh with Tom Sandoval, or was I mistaken?
My lawyers always told me to shut the fuck up.
I see. Okay, that's fair enough. But, I got to ask the hard questions. You understand that. Maybe it was an optical illusion I saw. I don't know.
I think, you might be hallucinating.
I could be. Look, it's not the first time.
You might be hallucinating, but we can find out, is the world hallucinating on season 12?
We don't want to give away that it's... Do I have to delete that? I might have to delete that.
For now, I'll plead the fifth. You may or may not have seen some things.
Okay, I'll go with that. I'll take that. So that's the official word, folks. That's the
official word.
That is the hard stance of Jeremy Madix.
And depending on how long it takes for me to hear from my sister, will determine on whether I stick to that stance or not.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Look, that was the first time I spoke to him in 4 years, so it was advantageous that I happen to have a recorder with me.
You know what? Water under the bridge, man.
Well, it's the best way to live life, I suppose.
Obviously, me and him need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are left unsaid that I never got to say. People need to realize that I lived with both of them for a long time. So it affected me too.
Yeah.
I lost a friend. I lost someone that was a mutual relationship of love.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm always going to stand by my sister.
Except on Tuesday.
That is my... Okay. Yes, exactly. Especially on Tuesday.
Sorry, Wednesday. Sorry.
But, yeah, the story is to be told. I need to talk to Tom. I would love to talk to my sister, but I haven't heard from her in months, so...
The perils of Broadway.
We'll just keep on keeping on, dude.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with the punches as they come in.
And you roll with them and then roll off the punches.
Exactly. So we'll just leave it at that, I guess.
I think that's a pretty good stopping point. Very concise.
You can maybe see me on season 12 of Vanderpump Rules.
It's already been shot. I shouldn't give that away, though.
What season are we on?
15, right? No. This is season 11. Oh, right. Are they filming already?
I don't know.
We can't reveal it anyway.
But if not, they're definitely on the Valley season 2, if so happens.
Yeah, right. No, they're already filming season 3. I shouldn't talk about this. NBC's going to be so mad.
I know. I'm always a season behind.
Before I have to censor this anymore, I should just stop, I suppose. Yeah.
Well,
it's been nice, though. It's been nice knowing you.
It's been nice catching up with you, Craig, for sure.
Same, you as well, buddy.
100%, dude.
Well, don't you, do you still have...
Now, I did talk about this Saturday during my live, which, if you are a member, it is on members only. I will be releasing it to the public after I put this video out, so definitely check that out. But I did say on Saturday that I understand where Jeremy's coming from. He lived with Sandoval. He lived with Ariana. He has a different connection. This was 9 years that Ariana and Tom were together. And it would be like me talking to one of my little brother's exes and just trying to figure out what the hell is going on, where they both needed a conversation. He's absolutely right. He needed a conversation with Tom. He needs a conversation with his sister. It's sad to hear that they haven't talked in months. It's sad to hear that even Jeremy might not even be going to see her on Broadway. I would be there in a second if that was, say, vice versa, my brother on Broadway. I think it's sad. It's sad that he hasn't talked to his sister. And I understand, like, with everything that's happening, she's a busy woman. But that would be... they were always close, though they're 7 years apart, I believe she said. I still think that a conversation needs to be had, and she needs to realize that he's family. He's always going to have his sister's back, and with everything being said, people have the right to have a conversation, or at least try to hear Tom out to see where he is, if he takes accountability, if he's different, if he cares still, all of that. I hope that their conversation did go well, Jeremy and Sandoval. I do hope that Jeremy keeps doing what he's doing. He's happy, he's loving life, and he's just the type, he's always been the type that just doesn't like negativity and drama. So I'm glad to see that he got to at least say what he needed to say regarding everything. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. And speaking of Ariana and Broadway in Chicago, I know that her Chicago residency got extended till April, which is awesome. But she also got to sit down and do like a little interview with Broadway for their IG page. So let's take a look at that.
That role of Roxie, I mean, how fun is that though? I mean, really, there's every song,
Yeah, it's so much fun. And it's fun, night to night. Sometimes, before my Roxie monologue, we'll just be chatting backstage. I'm like, I'm gonna think of something like more unhinged to do today.
Why? Just to break it up a little bit?
Yeah, just to keep having fun. And sometimes just depending on like how the audience is, just throw in something a little bit different. Just,
Yeah, what has that been like since the start to now?
I've learned a lot about, I think, what it means to just go out on stage and have fun and be present and listen to, everyone and everything that's going on in that moment and really enjoy it. And, every night when I leave the theater and I'm about to turn off my dressing room lights, it's very corny, but I always look at the mirror and I'm like, okay, another day, my favorite place on the planet.
Well, speaking of Ariana, US Weekly confirmed on Sunday, March 24th, just yesterday, that she has purchased a $1.6 million home in Los Angeles days prior. Ariana is really excited that she gets to decorate it and figure out the interior design and make it her own space. She also said that she thinks this is a new start to a new chapter for her, and she can finally move on and close the door on the negativity that was looming in her life. She also said she is happy to have her freedom back and thinks it was a learning lesson. Now, as we do know, she has filed a lawsuit against Sandoval back in January to help move along the sale of their home that she shares with Sandoval. And clearly there is still a lot of tension between them, and it's still a negative effect on her, especially the back and forth of trying to just partition a sale for this home. I do wonder, though, now that she has purchased a new home, if she will allow him to purchase her portion of the Valley Village home that they share. We also do know that in February, Sandoval's team did respond to the lawsuit, and they disclosed that there was significant facts to state a cause of action. And according to a separate set of court documents, he went and said that her suit was not filed reasonably or in good faith, which is just his allegations, of course, and that she failed to mitigate whatever damages that she suffered in her filing. So Sandoval also requested in his documents to receive an accounting and compensation adjustments for renovations that he has made and the enhanced value of the home as well. I will be bringing those filings to you guys along with any other new filings in that lawsuit. So make sure you have your notifications set to all so you can get notified when I post a new video. But we did get some pictures of Ariana's new home, and it looks great. It looks like it has great views. I don't know about a yard like as much. She has great views of all of Los Angeles, but I don't know about yard spacage, which if you like having backyard parties and things like that, you kind of want at least a little bit of a yard. I hope this is like a new chapter though for her and that she can finally move on. I'm actually kind of shocked that she purchased another home so fast, especially with Daniel being in New York. And I know that she says that she wants to stay in LA and LA is for her. But Daniel is also very set on being in New York. So it's crazy to see her just buying something when the possibilities are still up in the air where they will actually live if their relationship continues the way it's going. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. Of course, as I was going through, I did also see this tweet that someone posted from Blonde Hair Black Heart, and it was showcasing Ariana's new home, which there are multiple tweets. The next one says, "Are you happy now?" And good for her. She deserves to have her own worm-free space on her own terms when she was ready. Which then someone commented, "The exterior of this house has so much more personality than the other house," which I do agree. And we can kind of see a backyard photo. So there is a little bit of grass. This next one was a comment from Lex that says, "Can someone check on Scheana? Because I'm sure she is somehow affected by this choice." And more backyard shots. It doesn't look to have a pool or a hot tub. It does look to have a garage and a semi kind of tiny kitchen. Which, speaking of kitchen, the next comment says, "Mid, the kitchen is small." Which I do agree, but Blonde Hair Black Heart was right. It is worm-free, and it is for her. Ariana's not really the type to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and we kind of already know that. So I think it's perfect for her. Then this person commented, "Think she'll live out of boxes and have trash everywhere?" Which Blonde Hair Black Heart says no, because she won't be forced to hide all of her stuff away from a creepy roommate, which I agree. And I do think that's why her room at the Valley Village house is so messy, because she's trying to keep her shit away from him. But I wanted to make sure to add those photos in for you guys and have that in this video. I want to thank Face Reality 16 for posting this. Buying Beverly Hills star Ben Belak sold Ariana her home. I will say these photos are so much better, and this house does have so much personality, and it looks so much better than that Valley Village home. And it was cheaper. I mean, technically, it was around the same price that she bought the Valley Village home with Tom when they got it. But, of course, it increased as the years. The equity, of course, increases. But I love this home for her. Ben also tweeted and said, "Atop Outpost Estates and with views of the Hollywood sign and beyond, this mid-century modern has just undergone a complete renovation. The main level is open with a living room and dedicated dining area seamlessly connecting to a kitchen with stainless applications and brass finishes. The second level is dedicated to a generously sized primary suite with modern bathroom, sitting area, and views outside. The backyard is private with ample space to entertain a gathering of 20 friends or dine al fiasco. A few steps up lead to a sitting area, meditation deck, a great vantage point for panoramic vistas. All this in Valley View Elementary, conveniently located to Mullihan, Runnin' Canyon, and the Hollywood Bowl, the studios, and the 101 freeway. Again, the backyard is small, but it's cute, it's private. There's not room for a pool, maybe a hot tub. I do like that stainless kind of glass look in the back. I think that is really, really cool. And it also has that like sliding doors like her other home had into the backyard, which that is like the thing in LA. And then we have this view of the views. And I believe that maybe downtown LA, or maybe that's what they're considering the studios. I'm not too sure. I'm not from the area, but I had to add this in for you guys as well. Now, if you have not listened to last week's chapter 14 of Rachel's podcast, but during it, Rachel dropped a list of names of people who she thought was aware of her and Tom's affair. Now, Reads and Receipts on Instagram did a wonderful little slideshow of who she listed and then who responded. So let's take a look. First up, we have Tom Schwartz. Then she named Kyle Chan, which they say is Tom's friend. He's a friend to a lot of other people on the show. I don't kind of know where he stands right now, considering. Then she named Jason, which Jason Batter is the drummer in Tom's band. We see him a lot on the show now. Of course, he knew. We did know a lot of people in the band did know, considering she went out to his shows. Then she named Max Boyens. Now, Max was on Vanderpump Rules. They put here that he frequently met up with Tom and Rachel on their outings. But what I think, this is my opinion, because I do know that Max works at another restaurant/bar, and he was at one point the manager at Tom Tom. I know he's not any longer. So I'm not sure if the outings that she was talking about took place at where Max worked, per se. And from the way Max put it, it kind of sounded like they were going to where Max worked and she expected Max to see some signs, though he was probably working and not paying attention. Next up was a shocker. That was Logan, which we know is Ariana's best friend. Now, Rachel says that Logan caught Rachel and Tom in a cuddle puddle on the floor. And then lastly, she named Tom's mom, which, listen, they took a trip to St. Louis. I do believe Tom's mom had some kind of understanding about it, but you're throwing his mom under the bus. I will say, I did say also on Saturday and in her podcast, why didn't she name Joe? We knew that Joe knew about this affair, considering she went with Rachel in January on that Big Bear trip to meet up with the boys that they were both hooking up with. So Logan was first to respond to her allegations, and he said, so Rachel suggested I knew about the affair on her podcast today. First, ew, no, I did not know. Second, I don't believe in lying to my friends or withholding important information from them. I believe they should know. Maybe that works for some others, but not me. My friendship with Ariana is very near and dear to me, and I will protect it at all costs. I share everything with her, the good, the bad, and yes, even what Rachel mentioned on her podcast today. That said, my perspective at the time was not that those two people were up to anything nefarious. The incident Rachel recounted today was such a non-event to me at the time. Not because I knew or was complicated. Come on, y'all. They invited me into their weird little cuddle puddle after I walked in the room. But because I wasn't close at the time with the people casting doubt and making others question everything, I just thought we were all good friends. I learned the same day Ariana did. Now please go rogue elsewhere. Love, Logan. Next up was Max. Now Max's statement is a little, well, to the fucking point. He says, this girl just can't shut up and take accountability. Also, we're still talking about this? What the F? Really curious what her platform will be about once she beats this into the fucking ground. I'm so bored. And he put like a little sample of everything that she said regarding the people that she was accusing. I like, though, how he left out Tom's mom. And he did leave out Schwartz. But the point is that Max didn't say that he knew, but he pretty much said, like, when is this girl gonna just shut the fuck up and take accountability? I can't believe she's still talking about this. And, oh my God, what is her platform going to be? All Vanderpump Rules? Clearly, she's stuck on stupid, in his opinion. Rachel also played her version of Never Have I Ever, which was, well, her version of being a petty Betty. And it was interesting because one of my commenters actually pointed out, and I did notice, but I didn't really pick up on it as it was happening, because I did write everything that she said down for the Never Have I Ever. She didn't go after Ariana. She went after everybody else in the Never Have I Ever version of Rachel's podcast, but she did not go after Ariana, which I find kind of a little suspicious. And I've been telling a lot of my commenters that I feel like she's trying to be nice with Ariana and kind of have this, we kind of have something in common vibe, though really they have nothing in common. So in her Never Have I Ever, she said, never have I ever had a ring, given a ring on a string to somebody. Never have I ever fought over pasta. Never have I ever wore a crop top to my own wedding. Never have I ever told my boss to suck a dick. Never have I ever remake my own song and made it a screamo version. Never have I ever body shamed someone and told them that they haven't been working on their summer body. Never have I ever got my ass tattooed. Never have I ever called someone a crackhead, especially when they weren't. And never have I ever told Lisa Vanderpump that Vanderpump was my show. I loved Coco Mama Coco's reaction to the Never Have I Ever. I did play it on the podcast. I am going to play it again. So let's take a look.
Genuine, heartfelt question. Are you fucking serious right now?
Never have I ever.
Wrong road. Wrong road. My stance on Raquel Bambi's podcast has not changed since she launched it, which was that I was only going to cover it if she said something that was like new information that we really wanted to know. This episode that she most recently put out today, what I really wanted to talk about was her Never Have I Ever segment. She proceeded to attempt to drag other cast members for things they have done as like a reference to the last episode where they played Never Have I Ever in Ariana's living room. I don't know what she was trying to convey, but baby, no. I guess this is what happens when she doesn't have the like nameless iHeart producer to like prompt her with questions. She really is going rogue, I guess. Now she's just talking, and this is what she has come up with. I am going to go through that with, you know, my handy dandy receipts to be like, are you fucking serious? Wrong road.
Never have I ever shown my love for someone by putting a ring on a string.
No, but you know what you did do?
Hook up with someone's boyfriend in their own house. They've gone out of town, especially for like a funeral of all things.
Never have I ever thrown a fit over pasta.
I mean, you did file a restraining order that you claim to have regret before doing.
I completely regret filing the restraining order.
And also, you ordered a cheeseburger with the cheese. And wondered if the Pope had a balcony. But that's, you know what? That's minimal.
Never have I ever worn a crop top to my own wedding.
But you did wear a whale tail multiple times, including to meet a cast member's mother who you later yelled at. And also at someone else's wedding, forget about your own, at someone else's wedding, you had sex with one of the bridesmaids' partners. So, and multiple times. But, you know, not your own. It wasn't your wedding.
Never have I ever told my boss to suck a dick. Never have I ever done a remake of my own song.
You didn't tell Lisa to suck a dick or do a remake of your own song, but you did go on a podcast with an unhinged Bravo Vendetta psychopath lady named Schmethany Schmenkel. And you launched a podcast on the same network that she's on, and literally this is all you talk about. Literally this is all you talk about!
Never have I ever body shamed someone and told them that they hadn't been working on their summer bodies.
You didn't body shame. You did call someone multiple times a mistress bimbo.
Mistress Bimbo 5.
I'm mixing up two people. Lala was the mistress bimbo. Katie, you continued to pursue her then actually still husband, because they weren't divorced yet, and then proceed to get mad at her about it. And then, you know, Tom Sandoval. So
Obviously, I'm not a big bitch. I agree.
Never have I ever told Lisa Vanderpump that Vanderpump Rules was my show.
You didn't tell Lisa Vanderpump that it was your show, but you did demand the same salary as two principal cast members who have been on the show. One of them since season 1 and one of them since season 2. Actually, technically, Ariana was on in season 1 as Hina's background dancer.
I asked for equal pay with Tom and Ariana and for them to reimburse me for my treatment expenses.
I fucking threw their lives into turmoil. You better pay me the same. And also this affair happened off camera. You didn't even show me in the middle of the affair with us knowing that you were recording us during the affair. So reimburse me for my mental health treatment, which I went to voluntarily as a result of my own direct actions. Thanks. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Let me know. It's comprehensive enough to be like, don't ever fucking play this game with your audience again. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Now, I want to get into the whole Scheana Shay comment about Dancing with the Stars and how she was kind of being a petty Betty when she made the remark about Ariana being her backup dancer and that smiley grin afterwards. But there's been a lot of talk going around on social media regarding this, and I found some interesting videos for us.
For anyone saying that Ariana Madix has to get her head out of her ass, oh, I can't. Watch this.
Recruit from the cast to do the show next, knowing everything that you do.
Well, I feel like Scheana would be great. When I did Dancing with Stars, you said to me, that's what I want more than anything. It was kind of a punch to the gut, for sure. And, like, good for her. I mean, she has come such a long way from being my backup dancer.
That is a clip from Dancing with the Stars when Ariana was being interviewed. So we have Ariana Madix hyping Scheana up while Scheana is throwing backhanded compliments.
Which I love that Steph with the deets played that clip because we do know that Scheana was upset. She did tell Ariana that she was upset, though she was still very happy for her. What Ariana didn't know after she did this interview with Dancing with the Stars is what Scheana has said in her confessionals, which she was, like I said, being a petty Betty. So it will be interesting to see how Ariana reacts now, but we also have some more interesting clips. So let's take a look at Steph again, because she then posted on the 15th about Scheana's podcast and her talking about the backup dancer comment.
Do you regret your comment about Ariana being your backup dancer? I literally meant this as a joke. I did not mean shade. I feel like often at times when I tend to be self-deprecating, it's not received well. It doesn't land.
Scheana shades Ariana and refers to that as self-deprecating. Is Scheana self-deprecating is being modest or critical of one's self in a funny manner, usually. Scheana saying that people really are misunderstanding her self-deprecating comments. Those aren't self-deprecating comments.
I always look for opportunities where the show can do flashbacks, and I think that's one thing that I've been really good about in my now 11 seasons on the show.
Oh, so you made this joke that you didn't even laugh at. You just gave a very condescending grin at the end, to think about production and that they need some more flashbacks. We don't want any more flashbacks. I feel like this season there's been too many flashbacks. Such a BS excuse.
Do you regret?
I totally agree with Steph. I believe that Scheana is trying to cover her ass now because people see that as her being a literal mean girl, which she was. Well, the next day then, Bywig Hello Drama posted this, which is Scheana on Juicy Scoop talking about Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I kind of want to elaborate on this a little more too, because you didn't see the full conversations, obviously. You can't see every minute of every conversation. But the reason why it stung a little extra was because the previous season when Charli D'Amelio won, I'm very close with her family. I was at the finale, Teresa, Shangela, Gabby, like I had so many friends on that season. So we're at the party after, as they always do on the CBS lot. And I had two producers and a costume designer come up to me that night and they're like, oh my God, how have you not been on this show yet? They're like, where's Dina Katz? We need to find Dina. We got to introduce you. Like, you need to do next season.
She's the casting and executive. Yeah.
She had already left with Charli to go do Good Morning America on the flight. And so they were just like, okay, we're putting your name in. And for months, I kept in touch with these people. We're friends on Instagram. I saw them at different D'Amelio parties and whatnot. And they're like, you're right up there. So I was like, maybe I should just start taking some dance classes.
Which is totally
just
smart,
in case.
but it's totally smart to do.
Yeah.
I had another friend who was on it, and that's what she did too. And I would do it too.
Yeah, so
and
I really did.
And I would get shoes made for my fucked up feet so that I wouldn't have
I got the shoes.
cancers. Yeah.
I actually started taking some dance classes with Raquel because she was like, oh, I want to get back into dance. And I was just like, just in case, just get a little technique down. And it was something that also, it's like a workout. Dancing is so much fun. And then I got a call from my producer friend that first week in March. And he was like, I just want to say, like, we're starting to put names out there. And yours was the first one that I was going to recommend. But after everything that's happened, I'm pretty sure they're going to reach out to Ariana. And I was just like, yay. Oh, I was like, I'm so happy for her. But also it was just like.
And you also see the executive decision of why that was going to bring more eyes to the show.
Yeah. But it wasn't just, I thought, because of Scandoval, I'm going to be on Dancing with the Stars. And I've seen that chatter online. I'm like, no, for months, producers were like, all right, next season.
Yeah, totally an obvious choice.
And I hate to say it, but unfortunately, this is how those kind of shows work. Even with like that Masked Singer, they had Sandoval on it because it was such a big story. So I do feel Scheana's pain thinking that this was something that she was going to be able to do, that they were looking at her, all of that. And it doesn't mean that it still can't happen. And I just feel like her pettiness with the confessional showed her true emotions. And now she's also trying to cover her ass because of that. But I get being upset. I get also being happy for your friend and truly meaning that you are happy. And I don't necessarily see that. What do you guys think? Let me know down below because there's been so much talk of this Dancing with the Stars stuff. And I want to know what you guys have to say about it. Now I want to get into the reunion of it all. Bravo did put out the seating chart like they did last year. It's pretty much the same, except no Rachel and add Brock next to Scheana, who, like I said, it's the same order. Brock, Scheana, Schwartz, Sandoval, Lisa Vanderpump, Andy, Ariana, Katie, Lala, and Kennedy. I'm surprised they didn't put Allie in there since they put Brock, which I'm not sure if Brock was there for the entire reunion, but if Allie's there, I'm assuming that they put her next to James and that Allie came in around the same time Brock did, but we'll just have to wait and see because we don't really know. Of course, there were some blind items released. So let's take a look at this first video.
This past weekend, they filmed the Vanderpump Rules Season 11 reunion. So let's talk about any tea that I've heard about the reunion or seen. Let's start off with a little blind item from Bravo and Cocktails. They posted this where someone said, I heard the VPR reunion was boring as F till the end, and then Ariana went off on Lala. Verbal blowout, friendship over. And Tom and Ariana, of course, went at it, obviously, but full-on war with words between Ariana and Lala. This is alleged information, and just remember that after last year's reunion, there was the blind item that I believe the Toms had a fight, like Tom Sandoval versus Tom Schwartz, and that was not the case. So before the reunion, Lala kind of had posted these text messages between a friend and herself, talking about the reunion looks, and she had put a poll for people to vote and say who they think she was talking to. I didn't even need to read these to know it was going to be Katie Maloney, and I say that because I think it's more so to tell people like me and Katie are fine before going into the reunion. Here's the text message thread if you want to go through it and read it. It's basically just like them hyping each other up about their looks for the reunion. And yes, it was Katie Maloney. Katie Maloney was asked how is the reunion, and she said she's glad it's over.
I will say the blind item was kind of correct. We do know, though, that it was Ariana now yelling at Lala. And this is how we know. Lala was on the talk, and they discussed this, and this is what Lala had to say.
But here's my question. You just finished filming season 11 reunion episode, and word from the curve is Ariana had words for you. So are y'all still friends? Y'all cool with each other? What happened?
I think the exact tweet was Ariana eviscerated Lala at the reunion, and it was friendship ruining, and only one of those things is true. I'll let y'all decide.
Oh. I think the reunion is going to be definitely interesting to see. Not as intense as last year, but definitely very emotional. Now, I don't think that Lala and Ariana's friendship is ruined. I do think that maybe Ariana did get loud with Lala. I do know that Lala has gone and seen Ariana in Chicago. And I do know that clearly the reunion was taped recently, and she did go before the reunion to see her. I just don't feel like that's the friendship that was ruined more than maybe like Lala and Katie and something went down, because clearly they were fine before the reunion, and now afterwards they're talking bad about each other. I did also see this from Katie about the reunion.
Oh, the reunion was emotional. I definitely was a little surprised by some people. Very different from last year. Very different. I'll say that much. Without giving the end of the reunion away, like I can't say anything, but I'll say it's that's never happened before.
So we'll just have to wait and see there. You can take your guesses, though, down below. Now, let's move on to something where we can all laugh and really get a good laugh from this. Check this out.
I'm a robot. Gosh, we have such good communication together. You just get me.
No. I feel like we're so good together.
Yeah. If only I wasn't like 25 and I was like ready to settle down.
Oh, Tom, you're like 45.
Oh, la 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 la. I'm not 45. The camera's JoJo.
I'm a camera guy. We're on TV, I guess.
I tell everybody we have sex.
What? You're like my brother.
Yeah, that's so true.
You're not gonna fight me and be like, no, you're actually the love of my life and totally we're meant to be and I want to marry you and I'll get down on one knee right now.
Of course. No. Of course I love you. Just like platonically and whenever we want to have sex.
We're such friends. Can I get another shot, please?
The Bravo after show, which I will link down below for you guys, always has some juicy tea. And I found it interesting because I understand when you sign up for other shows, sometimes you have to sign an NDA and you can't go and tell your friends, hey, I'm going and doing this. And that was a big thing with the Dancing with the Stars. Well, when Ariana also got Chicago, apparently that was an issue as well. And this is what Lala had to say regarding it.
Dancing with the Stars. Like, I'm just sitting here as a fan, it seems like.
Well, didn't that just happen with Chicago, too?
It certainly did.
Okay, because I know that everybody was upset about that because, like, her own business partner did.
Well, that was wild. For her to not tell Katie, like, something about her is Schwartz and Sandy's 2.0. Mm-hmm. Ariana is Tom Sandoval, and Katie is Schwartz. Dancing with.
Now, though I love Lala, I don't necessarily agree with her that something about her is like Schwartz and Sandy's, and Ariana is like Sandoval, and Katie's like Schwartz. I do think it's kind of messed up that she didn't even like let her partner know, hey, there may be something I'll be doing for a few months that I can't talk about, but I'm gonna need you to pick up the slack a little bit. That's their deal, and I can have my opinions. I just don't think that it's similar to the boys. But that's it for my What's Up with Vanderpump. I hope you all enjoy. Make sure to like this video. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe now. And make sure to go back and put your notifications to all. Before we go, I want to play you this pre-Vanderpump video from Scheana. And let's just say these are the top 5 universal deal breakers. So take them as they are. I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.
Welcome to a special video edition of What's Hot. Deal breakers. They are red flags, warning signs, and heralds of impending doom. If we ignore them, our relationship is sure to break against the rocks. What are your deal breakers? Young Hollywood conducted an investigation and came up with a definitive list of the top 5 universal deal breakers. Number 5, the scenester. Warning sign, hedonism. Scenesters are just having too much fun. Instead of going in, they go out. Instead of working their craft, they work the room. Instead of sleeping, they're sleeping around. If your partner winds up in the fast lane, it's time to pull over. Move on. Number 4, the drifter. Warning sign, laziness. Young girls frequently fall prey to the drifter. When the drifter took time off from college to find himself at 22, everyone understood. But when the drifter kept buying 6 packs of beer and ounces of pot at the age of 30, we took notice. The drifter doesn't know if he can measure up, so he does the most sensible thing. He lowers the standards. He finds cheap rent, a low responsibility job, and buddies that will enable him. So why do girls fall for him? While others spent their 20s mastering med school, Wall Street, or skilled trade, the drifter used the same time to master the art of cool. He has tattoos, great stories about the band he used to be in, and a pretty gnarly motorcycle in his shed. He usually goes after very young girls because he knows his awesome rendition of Oasis's Don't Look Back in Anger doesn't seem to work on anyone over 25. But younger girls see the drifter as a zen hippie that has it all figured out. So if you find yourself with the drifter, move on. Number 3, the Klingon. Warning sign, clinginess. Because he doesn't have anything going on in his life, you have become his entire world. Klingons have placed too much power in the hands of their lover, and in their urge to keep their relationship, they smother it to death. This person is usually a MySpace addict and uses modern technology to keep constant tabs on every facet of your life. If you so much as smile at the coffee bean guy, he will find out about it, send the barista an angry letter, and then show up at your doorstep in tears. If you are getting into fights every day with your mate and you just can't seem to pull away for even a brief moment of reflection, then it's time to move on. Number 2, the narcissist. Warning sign, shallowness. Girls will often say that a man can't stop talking about himself. Maybe he's just trying to impress you, but more than likely he just enjoys the sound of his own voice. And this drowns out your voice. Here's the litmus test for discovering a narcissist. Ask them, are you an actor? If they say yes, move on. Number 1, the player. Warning sign, promiscuity. Feared by both men and women alike, promiscuity tops the list. Although a transgression or two can usually be forgiven, they're almost never forgotten. Many homewreckers are surprised when their mate decides it is time to get a new model all over again. We forget the simple wisdom. If he left her so easily, he might just as easily leave you. The player is in love with falling in love, and not with you. Move on. If you see any of these warning signs in your significant other, get out while you still can. I'm Scheana Marie for Young Hollywood.
by thirst. I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst.